I'm Scratch, he's Dennis, and we are watching AOE League Season 9, Bracket Q, Gaz, King Gaz, or GarathW Player Showcase. Two caveats here. I've actually already watched this game. I had some technical difficulties halfway through, and I am not confident enough in splicing that together in a way that is pleasing, so we're just going to do it again. And more importantly, I have Dennis, who's actually an arena player, here with me to help analyze this since I do not play this map. The second caveat is that this is a recording from a player named Gaz that fits the ELO level because I could not find a King Gaz or a GarathW on Insights. I'm pretty sure this is the right guy. I'm not sure. So, anyway.
Yeah, if this is King Gaz, then we got the right account.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear how and why, or home map that you picked is migration, and because we don't really see any migration game or water map in general. It looks like you at least this account mainstreams an arena and a few Arabia games. So yeah, something that we could read in the comments.
That is actually what led me to believe that maybe I had the wrong account listed.
Is
So,
there not can you just reach out to Gaz directly and find out?
I could, however, it was 11 p.m. at my time, and so I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going for broke. I'm pretty sure this is the right guy. I hope. All right, so we're on arena, and this is actually this feels like a pretty standard arena setup. We don't have any of these huge, long hideaways that it likes to throw in sometimes. This is interesting, but not really useful, I don't think. Well, Dennis, educate our viewers about what you're looking for in an ideal arena game.
I mean, it's okay. First thing, I am not necessarily an arena player. I just play arena with a fast castle, and I'll have some kind of comp that I'm working towards, and that's the pretty much the end of it. I don't specialize in arena. My typical play is to get vision of the map through castle drop or with scouts, and so yeah, I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but that's just the way I follow it. And generally I go for FC, and if I am castle dropped, I transition to FC into an imp so that I can have trebs and treb down the castle, keep making villagers. And in this particular elo, often the eco behind early pushes with the castle drop is weak, so once you defend the forward castle, you generally win the game. But in a tournament, it could be different, especially when Gas plays a lot of arena. Let's see how that goes over here. In late game, I think Byzantine should be good on arena. They have better castles, they have counter units to deal with Franks. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Yeah. So yeah, when I say Dennis is an arena player, what I'm really saying is that I'm not an arena player. Not that Dennis is great at arena, but that I am zero at arena.
Uh,
um,
you're good. So yeah, I think right now.
in terms of castle drop, I feel like Blue's in a pretty good position to defend from one because this gold is not really threatened by a castle. This gold is definitely not, and he's got a stone in the back. So,
Ooh, how are the resources looking for red right now?
well, I was gonna say red is not in such a good position. Both of these are on the front, which
Yeah,
I think they're out of range, but that's still a lot of threat right there. He's got a
yeah,
stone at the back, which is good.
yeah. I think the stone at the back is good because often if the stone is forward and a castle drop is on the stone and you didn't really prepare for a castle yourself, then it can get dicey. So a stone in the back should be good, and gold in the back sort of could be good. But let's see how red plays. Definitely seems like a better map generation for blue
Yeah.
with Gaz, and
When does the Franks cavalry HP kick in?
every age up they get 20 HP or something like that, right?
Okay.
Or is it 10 HP? Let me check.
I thought it was like 20%.
Yeah, 20%.
Okay.
That sounds better because 20 HP would be OP by the time they reached.
And it's it's all cavalry.
Yep, it's all cavalry. It's basically it's a substitute for bloodlines.
Yeah.
Franks don't get bloodlines, but you get automatic HP increase of 20% per age, and eventually you'll surpass the 20 HP that you get from bloodlines on your way to Castle and Imp.
Whirlpool from a red player. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry, red. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, red
Oof.
is. Oh, yeah. I guess. Do Franks get a berry bonus? No, right? That's Britain's.
They don't get a. Their thing is all mill upgrades for free.
Yeah, that's farming. So yeah, I mean, I think pushing deer could. Is there a deer patch somewhere? Did Franks just already?
I think he already got his deer.
Oh, the berries and the deer patch was just next to each other.
Yeah, I think they were next to each other. That's lucky.
Fortunate. Yeah, it's fortunate. Really, yeah.
And it might have saved him that eco time, or that idle time that he just had. All right.
Yeah, Gaz is definitely doing much better with the villagers with the idle time, and it does look like, or not, looks like 27 villagers is queued in Dark Age, which is not what I would go for. I know people who are really good in Arena can click 21 up, 22 up, and still go FC, but 24 I think is typical. This is definitely an extended Dark Age for Byzantines.
Okay.
Maybe a fast imp idea, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, the idle time is good for Gaz,
What?
but I think I think Frank's is gonna be interesting.
I'm a little concerned about this. What are we doing, Red? And yes, I am placating that I'm playing as if I have not seen this game, because it's way more fun if I try and actually act like stuff is new. But what are we doing here, Red? What's this barracks about? We're gonna click stuff in it? Blue knows about it.
There's no wood to make a follow-up building, so
No,
I'm
not yet.
guessing.
Not really. Blue is never getting housed ever.
Yeah, I think red needs more woodcutters. I think the number of lumberjacks is very less for.
Yeah, and it's not exactly an ideal lumber camp placement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. I guess the late feudal from Gaz is gonna be fine because red seems to be struggling as well with the build. So.
He got really fast into feudal age, but then has done not a lot. Not that there's a lot to do on Arena. It's pretty much,
I mean, if you go fast castle, then there can be a lot of activity. But right now, I think they're just struggling to go to the castle age. So
we're already on gold for blue. We've deleted the rear wall. Not that it gives much real estate.
You don't need any gold anymore. I mean,
that's true.
Increasingly looks like maybe blue knows something about going to imp faster. Maybe that's the plan.
Or he just forgot about these two villagers.
Yeah, could be.
Red is getting some eco upgrades to accommodate for the lower wood. Oh, okay, now he has lumberjacks.
Yeah, market and blacksmith going up for Gaz. I think I believe that Gaz knows how to go to imp quickly. So maybe that's the plan. Go quickly to imp and play gunpowder, maybe. But I think you need a good eco to spam halberdier, which would be needed against Franks. But let's see what the plan follow-up is. It looks like market blacksmith to castle age. And Gaz is going to be faster, so Gaz is going to have a lot more resources collected, as you can see, with 500 more resources collected, constantly working on the TC, so a good villager lead by the time Red goes to Castle Age.
Yeah, I mean, he's already clicked it, so we're up by... Well, Vil count is about even, but Blue's theoretically going to be able to boom, right?
No, the 2.5 minutes that Blue is going up, all those villager time is not really accounted for by with Red right now, right? So
Sure. And meanwhile, we still have this barracks, just kind of sitting out there. Of all the military buildings, right? I don't know why you would put your barracks forward. It's very odd. What are you up to? What are you up to, Powerful Yam? Oh, we've got a... Okay. Sure, that's much more... Let's put the barracks that hasn't produced a unit in the front, and let's put the stable, which is going to be the core of our strategy, presumably from a Franks player, in the back. That makes perfect sense. And we're getting a blacksmith. I'm not sure if Powerful Yam has much of a plan at the moment. It seems he's not exactly scrambling. I think he knows what he wants to do. He's just not sure how to go about it.
Not sure, yeah.
Yeah, this is an odd one. This is a lot of activity over here. 17 woodcutters. Alright, we're up. What are we doing? Ooh, outside barracks. Okay. Makes sense. You're going up against Franks you're expecting. Okay, first instant monastery. Okay.
Getting relics. Not worried about scouts from Franks, it seems. No pikeman production right now. So just blind relic collection. How is the scouting from both players? Do they know the relic positions?
Yeah, pretty sure both have.
Red knows about it. Does Blue know about it?
Okay, yeah. Blue's missing one, yeah.
Yeah.
But he can probably guess that that's where that next one's going to be.
Okay, pikeman production also started. So yeah, pikemen and monks, I guess, is the plan for to pick up the relics.
I don't hate that because, like, I know you and I argue about relics a lot, but I feel like arena.
In arena, yeah, I would pick up relics as well.
Especially as Byzantines, because the thing about Byzantines is your trash units are cheaper, so they're going to be like the 2/3 of your... Well, 2/3 is probably a little bit much, but they're going to be the bulk of your army. But you really need to be spending gold on the other units, your arbalists, your paladin, your bombard cannon, your trebuchets, your cataphracts. So you need gold. Byzantines are thirsty for gold. Your trash units, you know, they hold the load, but your gold units are... okay. This is weird.
So, let's see. No scout production so far from Franks. I think
he rushed that stable up real quick though, and didn't make anything with it.
Okay, but the pikemen are just occupying the different relic positions. So.
Yep. That's good.
Maybe Red just saw the pikemen and thought, okay, how do I counter pikemen? Just go archers.
But why is he going archers so forward? What's that about?
Some people think about map control by just directly putting the military buildings out.
Oh, maybe he's gonna send an archer to this relic and that relic, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. So knights are being produced.
We do have knights.
The knights are spotted. Maybe conversions are on the way. But let's see. And there's also... I don't think there's any... Oh, there is the armor upgrade on the pikes. So Blue is being a little cautious with... Are those spikes or are those spears? I think they're just spearmen, right? Those
are just spearmen. You do that a lot. You'll call spearmen pikemen.
Okay.
Yeah, your default for anybody holding a stick is a pikeman.
Okay.
It's it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's quite funny actually. All right, this is going to be a long castle, and Blue sees this.
The pikemen are not really running towards. Okay. And the knight is not active. Never mind. Ooh, what is the monk doing?
Misclicked, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, I think he wanted to confirm that was in fact a castle going up. Because I have the mod where you can see the sticker, and he might not have that, so he may have doubled back to go make sure that was a castle. Because I think if it's
You don't need a sticker. You
Can you you can click it, right?
But
Can you click it if it's in Fog of War? I can't. It's been a long time.
what do you mean?
Like if the situation's like this, can you still click that foundation
Why would you want to click that foundation?
to confirm what building it is?
Oh,
If it's in Fog of War, can you still click it? Or
Oh, I just see the foundation and I know what the building is. Maybe we can do a AOE quiz with someday.
yeah, there you go.
But let's just keep going. Yeah. I think the old before definitive edition, when you see the buildings, it's hard to tell. But I think definitive edition they made it in such a way that the buildings are distinctive that you don't really need the labels. You can just see them and you kind of know by design what the buildings are.
Oh,
But
we're
now
going.
the fortified church is out with the new civs. I don't know if I can
We've got
spot
a
that, but
we've got a stealthy mission for. Oh, that was brutal.
okay. This is the closest furthest relic that is being attempted. But archers are on the way, and the knight is going to come control the far relic. Monks could convert them. There
Yeah.
are multiple monks from blue, so maybe a conversion on the way.
I want to see this monk put that relic down, convert that knight, and then carry on his way. This was an absolute heist for blue, though, sneaking this out. Oh!
Okay, red notice.
There's no way. No, there's no ace on.
Oh no! So if you pick up the relic, you don't really see the relic on the map anymore.
Oh, that's
So
fair.
you know
Okay.
the relic is being picked up now. So,
Yeah, maybe that was good.
but now the relic is much closer to blue, so it's going to be much easier to pick this up now.
All right, buddy.
And that monk is going to convert the now two
There we
relics
go.
in the same position. That conversion is something that I'd like to see.
There we go.
Grad.
He got it. He got it. I was listening for the sound. I wanted to. We were multitasking.
Okay. Yeah, I think this relic is gonna go to blue anyway. So
And
yeah.
monk converted the knight, and then just carries on. All right, so we're a little focused on monks. We've got a bit of idle time with our vills. That's okay. You've got other things to do. Just always, I like to waypoint my town centers to make sure that even if it's not the best thing for them to do, that my villagers are going to go do something.
The relic. Okay.
I don't.
A monk, I believe.
Maybe a red monk.
Yeah.
Got a third town center up for red for farms, I'm guessing.
What's being created? Is that a throwing axeman from red?
No, we've got villager, crossbowman, spearman, scout cavalry, monk.
A pikeman. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I could.
Spearman. See, now you're going to be aware of it. Now you're going to correct yourself all the time.
I like. So yeah.
I like this castle for blue. It's a little conservative, I think, but that's okay. It is in range of a trebuchet, but it's going to have to be really close.
I mean, you're Byzantine, so you know that you probably can deal with Frank late game.
Yeah. Do Franks get bombard cannon? I can't remember. I know.
Franks get bombard cannon. Yeah, Franks get all the gunpowder units. Okay. Yeah. I don't think they get siege engineering, probably, but they get.
So I will say this is a good position for red now. Yeah, I don't understand the barracks.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't even really understand the archery ranges. But now that there's a castle on it, and we've got villagers working the position, this is a much better position for red. Earlier it was a little weird. That's weird. Okay. Did we get both relics? Okay, so we're at 3 relics. Are we about to get a 4th relic? Yep, 4th relic. So 4-1.
Yeah, either way, I think blue's got the relic lead.
Yeah.
So if it's going really late game where you run out of resources, it should be fine. But then again, red has map control, so there's extra goals under the castle, on the left side of the base for red, and red can deny the forward goal from blue as well with map control that red has. Yeah, and like you said, the castle placement is odd. Could have just placed the castle in front of the gold, but maybe you expect a faster imp from Byzantines, so
Yeah.
that could be a reason. And also camels, potentially the plan from Byzantines, because you're up against Franks. You're going camels, but you kind of have to also know that Franks is going to be something like Paladin, Halberdier as the late game comp, so you kind of need crash units of your own. So
All right.
more barracks produce
So
would be good.
so blue. Sorry, Dennis. I'm sorry. But blue is going to be in Imperial Age for about 90 seconds longer than his, or sorry, for 2 minutes and 40 seconds longer than his opponent. Are we going to see a treb? No. No, we're not.
Cataphract.
Okay.
Cataphract. Interesting. Cataphract camel, is that the plan?
All right, now I do have to spoil myself. I wish that it was.
Cataphract knights from Byzantines. Okay.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Byzantine games. Dennis makes fun of me for it. I don't know if I've ever really gone knights with Byzantines.
You want to go knights against Franks in late game? It's questionable, right?
Yeah, camels and archers for me. That's my.
Yeah, because Franks have the better knights.
Or actually, no, not
Cataphract
even.
be good, but then you don't have the you have early imp, but you don't have the extra trebs with you. So the first trebs are going to be with Franks, but either way, you have the stronger castles. You get extra HP on your buildings as Byzantines. You can hold longer.
Yeah, I don't know. I just the thing to me though is like if you see a castle, you know there's a castle here, and you could probably guess that there's one right here because you can see the spot, but and maybe even one here if you don't know that's a town center.
We're saying that Franks are going to go knights, right? But right now, if you see the map, Franks are going archers. Okay, and as I say that finally.
No, but hey, but from Blue's perspective, from Blue's perspective, they're definitely going archers. So you're correct there. But still, if I see a castle, I don't build cataphracts first. I love cataphracts. They're one of the coolest units in the game, I think. But trebs, you need trebs to take this out. 3 cataphracts into conscription into trebuchet, real slow. You lost all of the advantage that you get from being in Imperial Age for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I think went through Blue's mind, which is, you know what? I'm earlier to imp, so red doesn't really have the treb production, and once red hit imp, the treb production started, and the
Oh, you think it was not to be derogatory, but a little a little lazy. Like I have the time. I have time to get.
Not lazy. It's more like I can produce unique units probably from the castles until the opponent hits imp. I don't agree that that's the right play,
Correct.
but I'm just saying that's probably the thought process behind it.
I got to imp first. I have time. Sure. Okay.
But right now the trebs are exposed and knights are being produced by Franks, and they are going to be stronger. A teleportation bug? Was that what we saw just now? Or is it just lag from me? Okay, I don't know.
No, it was a capture age bug. It's been happening a lot lately.
Okay.
Now this is an interesting concept of attack. We've got blue going for the castles, and we've got red going for the corner.
So no armor upgrades on the knights for Byzantines, so that's going to be another issue.
Yep.
No bloodlines from... Actually, no bloodlines for Byzantines as well. It's much worse knights.
Correct. That's why I don't know if... I think knights are questionable. And we're seeing light cav instead of camels. Camels being discounted. Now, that being said, blue has food for days, so maybe he's just thinking, I need to put my gold for other things. I can't afford camels right now, but I feel like camels would be more effective.
All right, let's see what looks like right now. I mean, when you don't get bloodlines and you're up against Franks, and you don't even research the armor upgrade on your stable units, they're gonna die.
Yep.
Right? And yeah, red is in. So this is gonna be
This is painful.
advantage. Yeah, this is gonna be Frank's. I think Frank's has a very good position right now, and yeah, now pikemen are being produced. I don't know if it was the halberdier upgrade that just came in, but yeah, this is gonna be the. Wait, I am looking at the wrong player. But yeah, either way, I think knights can just be streamed in for the time being.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about cataphracts against cavalier. They're not designed for that. They're designed for the pikemen. They help take out the pikemen.
Oh no, I think cataphracts are not being produced. I think 2 or 3 were produced, and then that production stopped.
Yeah.
And
We're
the
going
poll is
full into
still
light cav.
available.
It's very odd.
Yeah, I think this game we didn't really get to see Gaz. This is an arena game, and we don't even know if this is the right player. And if it is a different account, let us know, and we'll look into your games. But this player misplayed it in a big way, I believe.
There's definitely some minor mistakes I think that kind of added up.
I mean, in an arena game, picking your composition is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Because uh, often the ability to hold on your first fight is based on your composition. If you take a really bad fight, you need to be able to defend and back down. Right now, Hussars without bloodlines, without the armor upgrades against Franks, who has full armor now. If you ever clicked on the units, this is yeah, very rough. And the eco right now for red is also untouched behind this. Uh, the relic will not matter because this push is gonna kill.
I'm so excited to hear you say that. Yeah, I really gotta say, this could be just maybe not knowing the counters very well, which is, let's be honest, it's Byzantine's entire deal. If we had camels streaming out of these stables instead of Hussar, I think this would be going a very different way.
Yeah, I think now Halberdier is out. Now Franks has to deal with that, and I think right now the red player is thinking going to go crossbow, and crossbow is the way to go. But now it's hard to micro against Halb Hussar with crossbow. But let's see how this fight goes. There are 2 castles, so this fight is questionable again. I know the food eco is untouched, so they can take losses, but
How's the eco doing? Yeah, we're back.
eco is alright. I mean, red is also not playing the best game they can, but the trebs are being taken out. That's going to be oh yeah, you take out the trebs and then run away. I think that's ideally what you would want to do, but red.
But once again, but just imagine if 5 camels popped out right here, right? And 5 halberdier as well. These guys would be dead.
I mean, right now, what could blue do? I think halberdier is good. I think right now, what you go for is halberdier comes with a lot of trebs and protect the trebs and push through the center.
I personally, I would like halberdier for the cavalier. I'd like some camels to support those cavalier, or to support those halberdier, and I'd like cataphracts for the pikemen. Red's not making pikemen, but he probably would be if he saw camels on the board.
Yeah, I think right now you can't. I mean, if you switch to camel now, I don't think you have the goal control to keep making camels.
Well, see, that's the thing, is he has gold control. He's just not getting it. Because he still has 3 piles of gold that he's just not using right now.
Yeah, because because of all these raids, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think right now, I mean, maybe transition to camels a little bit later, but right now, for initially, you need like pikes, skirms, get trebs, protect the trebs, take out the castles. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a little unfocused. Like we're getting Paladin and Cavalier upgrades, but we're building Hussar. We're seeing Cavaliers, but we're not building Camels.
I mean, even Red is not building trebs, right? Right now,
True.
Red could make a lot more trebs and push down the castle, but I guess Red doesn't want to deal with Byzantine castles. Maybe there was kind of trauma before.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, if we saw some Byzantine classic slow push here, which I do mention that Blue is not on stone any longer because he's questioning this position, I think. If we could see another castle drop right here, this would be a very different story for Blue. Because that's the thing,
Blue
is
can
he needs
still
to...
win the game. Yeah,
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
can still win the game right now.
He needs to protect these trebs, though. And he needs more trebs. Like, 2 trebs is not going to cut it. He needs, I'd say, 4. We're getting ballistics for red.
And Gaz is making more, but you probably need repairs on the trebs and more pikemen being produced. Pikemen's not there, and the trebs are going to be taken out.
One thing that I would like to see, simply because we have 7,000 wood, is barracks on the back line. Barracks back here to help against these raids, because at the very least, the units would be coming from this location through the point of entry from red. And I think just having units in your base, just in case this corner falls, is good.
I think right now, Red has all the initiative, right? Right
Yes.
now, Red is looking at this one position and pushing and holding this position. And if you give Red something to look at, that would give you time to build your eco. Right now, only pikemen's being produced, which means, let's say, Franks produce hand cannoneer behind this. This is going to be pretty good for Red to win the game.
Oh, we're going in on that stone.
But yeah, I see. This engagement's going to be pretty bad for Red.
Oh, actually, it might be kind of even.
Oh, I mean, it was very expensive, right? All those are paladins, and
those are
right
discounted.
now, Relics is with the Byzantines right now, so.
That relic differential has produced almost 5,000 gold in favor of. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Almost 2,500 gold in favor of red. Or, I'm sorry, in favor of blue. It was a very hard sentence for me to say.
Oh, you can just see it in capture rate. It says 3,225.
No, yeah, I know. I was saying it out loud.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Red's cheeky. This is just rude. I'm gonna. Oh, oof. I don't know if Red had a plan or if he developed one later, but there's definitely something at play here.
I mean, Red's plan is, Frank player is always going to have Halberdier, Paladin as part of their comp.
He's not even taking the stone. He just wanted to prevent Blue from getting it. Oh, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You're right. I'm just...
Oh, okay, no, he changed his mind? This is interesting. Sorry. Oh, we've got more buildings. More barracks. We've got 12 barracks on this front. I would have preferred this position to be developed, maybe. Or back here. But
at this point, you just run your halberdier under the castle, take out the trebs, and... or protect your trebs then. I think that's the first thing that you need to do. I think you have 4 trebs. I didn't catch that. 4 trebs are really good.
Yeah. This is good. I like this. I like this a lot. But this I don't like. We're feeding... Sorry, that's a custom scenario term. We are feeding Red's castle right now. This castle will go down, but it costs a lot of units. Now, you've got discounted halberdier, so let's be honest. These guys are meat shields, but this is dangerous.
Yep, no pikemen being sent in the back, and the villagers are dropping to blue.
We've got halberdier coming in, but they're too slow because they're being created so far away.
Yeah,
And red has stolen
Red.
this whole stone pile.
Yeah, I think red's got this now. I say that, but
Yeah, this is also being ignored. And 4 trebs is a lot.
wait, I see 80 pikes in capture age. Where are they right now?
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in there. They're just not fighting. We've got a ton over here. Blue does have arson, so these will poke these buildings down.
They'll poke their own houses down?
No. These. The buildings that they're attacking.
Okay. Yeah, it's questionable.
We've got stables in the back.
You can do the same. Basically, just trap down the gate and
stream them in.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue's economy is scorched.
You have 5,000 wood, so you can make farms once you stabilize. But I think all the pikemen up front taking down those stables, it's better for them to be at home, taking out all the paladins now.
One thing that Blue has going for him right now is that Red is not very aware, and he killed all the town centers, which is great, but he left this standing.
I mean, right now, this is worth it for Red, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Villagers right now, yeah.
Yeah, we've killed 103 villagers for of Blue.
Okay, now the raiding units, the knights and hussar could run in, hopefully.
If they get built.
Pikeman raids are going to be very slow, but I guess that can be done.
So, you say that, they are very slow. However, we know Red is on stables. We know that he's likely going to only have stable units to really respond to this. So maybe it's the right play.
Yeah, it's not bad. Honestly, I don't think this could actually be interesting. I mean, we could very well see both of them at very low villager counts, but Red is expanding, so...
Red is also setting up shop.
Maybe the initial base is completely dead, but... Yeah, this is what I meant by going just with pikemen. That PC is not going to go down with just pikemen.
It's going to take a minute, yeah. But we've got trebs in the base.
You have to remember that these pikemen cannot be replenished right now because 8 villages from blue. So
no food.
Whatever army is out there is the only army that blue can produce. Red just needs to clear this, and Red's won the game. So.
Meanwhile, yeah, Red has heaps of resources. He has literally obliterated these forests. I heard a monk somewhere.
But the production buildings are there are production buildings in the back, so...
Yeah.
But they are stables, so...
Sorry, there's a lot to look at right now. Okay, another expansion from Red. These stables are still producing on the front. This feels like tunnel vision to me. I think both players right now I have victory, I just have to kill him. And they're not... Well, Red is to some extent.
Yeah, right now...
Ooh, we're going after the houses. I like that.
17 villagers being idle. Blue has...
8.
Just 1 villager working. I don't know where that hero villager is.
Nope. 8 out of 8. They're all idle. They're all hiding in this castle? No.
Yep.
Not that castle.
Okay, so... No. So yeah, it's just the 53 halbs and 11 paladin that needs... Or cavalry. It looks like paladin. Yeah, paladin needs to be taken care of. Red's got heaps of resources. Red can win the game. Honestly, probably paladin can kill even the remaining pikemen to finish the game.
Or you just drop 5 or 6 archery ranges and start throwing skirms at them. You've already got up to Bodkin at least, right?
And it looks like Red's thinking barracks of their own. So Pikemen were V Pikemen could be what
So we've got
France is thinking.
a vague base trade right now. This monastery is still churning out gold for blue, though. Maybe we'll see an archery switch for blue, because that's about all he can afford right now. But he has no... they would be completely unupgraded archers. Again, I do like taking out the houses. Blue cannot produce an army now, because he has no population. He's been capped for a while.
Okay, now I am not so sure who's winning right now.
It's a weird game. Siege
okay.
workshops. Okay.
But a villager is here, so maybe Red can just build houses over here to get the pop back.
He's got heaps of wood.
Need to take out the trebs.
He knows about these expansions.
Architecture is apparently what...
Yeah, I remember that. It's a little interesting, right?
I mean, you just dive in and kill the trebs, because trebs are the problem. I don't think pikemen and knights are. I think they can easily be dealt with. Leaving the trebs uncontested. I mean, even blue is just leaving the trebs alone, undefended. So, okay, reboom is underway from red.
And we're trying. Blue's trying. There's the house.
I still think halberdier is necessary from Franks at the moment. All those barracks were dropped, but no halb at the moment.
Good cleanup. Yeah, nothing coming out of here. Still got these villagers hiding that blue cannot see, actually. So it's at this point, blue, when your opponent's base is nearly empty, you should start looking around. That sounds snarky, but I'm saying that as someone who has lost games because of this. Take a couple of your hussars and just run around in circles. Figure out where he's at, because he's right next to you, but you can't see it. Yeah. Well, you can see the town center, but...
The trebs being produced from Franks, is it from the home base or the previous home bases?
It's right here. There's only one castle on the field for red.
Okay. Treb. Okay. Treb, bombard cannon. Interesting.
Yep.
Go bombard cannon right now, but I guess you would eventually go for those castles, and a reboom is here in Byzantine's base. You can actually take out the monastery to take out the relics.
You could have taken out the monastery about 20 minutes ago, though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The 30-something paladin that have been in Blue's base for half an hour could have taken out the monastery at any time. Getting a market. Trying to get back in this game. Both players are, like, holding on the edge.
Yeah, but
all Blue needs is farms. He just needs to rebuild his economy, and then this can keep streaming out halberdier.
I mean, right now, does Blue have a market? I don't think Blue has a market. Oh, it has a market. Okay. Interesting to just let... Okay, now the relic advantage is gone. This is going to be really good for red. Red's just got to keep the villagers producing, and eventually red's got this game.
After our conversation about people fighting to the last villager, how do you feel about seeing a game where both players are fighting to the last villager?
I mean, that this is fair only because both players can win the game from here.
Yes.
I'm thinking red has advantage only because blue wasn't really producing, but now I think blue used the market to buy some food and queue up some villas.
I don't think blue has looked at home in the last 20 minutes.
But blue is also still producing pikemen, which I guess works because main comp from red is paladin.
We've got 5 trebs though, but he's got bombard cannon, so
yeah. I mean, you don't. Yeah, the trebs are.
Oh, he thought about the market. He's making a market. Okay.
Okay, so sold the wood. That's good. Don't get the...
Not a lot. Oh, that's for red.
Oh,
That's for red.
yeah, that is for it. Red is in a winning position, but very passive army
Hmm.
from both. Was Red walled in? Red actually had to shut down the gate before going out. Okay, now that TC is going to be taken out, and Blue needs to react. And Blue has reacted, bringing the Trebs back to take out the initial castle.
Yep.
But now,
You need those halberdier to move, though. Get moving, guys.
if you take out the TC and there's 0 villagers, then you only need to deal with this army. So that it could be the play right now. It's been a crazy game here.
Yeah. We are at 0 villagers for blue. And no food, actually. He is done with villagers. If this market dies, blue cannot build another villager.
Also, Red has only cavalry right now, so
And some
going
bombards.
full pikeman is still good. I think you can just run with the pikes and
The
take out
market-
bombard cannon right now.
The market is under attack.
I think Blue needs to go and
There we
dive
go.
for the
There we
bombard
go.
cannon right now.
There it is. Maybe. Oh, no.
Blue needs to just dive for the bombard cannon. What is Blue doing? What the heck? Okay, diving with the knights apparently.
And he got both bombard cannon? Yep. And here comes red again.
I mean, it actually makes sense now that I think about it. Blue doesn't really have resources, so can't really lose this army. So Red can still do it. Just killing the pikemen how many ever they can. It's still an advantage because there's no villagers from Blue, so Red's got this. It was a very awkward game, but yeah, eventually
This was an awkward
played
game.
till the last, uh, almost the last
He's still
unit.
got 6 units. I think
yeah.
I think he played until so his market is about to die. He cannot come back like at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some notes. Gaz, I think that you had a better plan of what you wanted to do earlier than your opponent. And that's good. You got the relics, you secured those, and frankly, I'll be honest, the securing of those relics, you handled that in a very good way. You spread out your spearmen, you got them, you were persistent. You didn't just give up, you kept moving them and kept getting them to their base. That was good. That gave you a huge advantage for a very long time in this game. However, we've definitely got some very strong cases of tunnel vision, and I speak from experience because I also struggle with that. Dennis has beaten me because I will get tunnel vision. On that note, I think that this front was fine, but I think it needed to be developed. The Byzantines are so good at slow pushing. If you had just dropped another castle closer to this position to protect your Trebs so that you could reinforce them a little bit, this position would have been wiped off the map quickly. Unfortunately, we were only building 2 Trebs at a time, and there were definitely some questionable unit decisions. I love Hussars. I would not build Hussars into Frankish cavalry. You've got camels at a discount. Abuse your camels. If these stables had been pumping out camels and these barracks had been pumping out halberdier, that entire scenario would have gone a little bit differently for you. But really, it feels nitpicky, but I really do think the 2.5 minutes of Imperial Age with no Trebs being produced really hurt. I think that was really the flashpoint for what led to this. I think if Blue, who had 2 castles at the time, had churned out 4 trebuchets and quickly, I think that this whole front would have been destroyed, and I think that we would have seen a very different game. What do you got, Dennis?
Yeah, I think both players didn't really go for a fast castle build. That's the best approach if you're actually planning to boom it out or make army only in castle age. Just focus on going to castle age in about 15 minutes, and from there you can pick up relics if you want to. You can get map control through any composition that you want to, but an FC build order is kind of necessary in closed maps like Arena. And I think you picked migration, which I guess some people would go quickly to feudal age, make fires, and get water control, and then go castle age. Some some of them would go FC over there as well. I don't know what your preference is. Whether you like water, couldn't really tell from this account. But whatever the approach, an FC build order is a good repertoire to have in playing the tournament, and it's something that would have definitely benefited you a lot in building up your eco, whether you were going for boom or to get the relics with a quicker monastery with monks being produced. So that's something that is good to look into. The composition, as Scratch mentioned, is something that you can think about. Think about what your opponent civilization is, what bonuses they get, and what they would potentially go for, and try to counter them. Get vision from map control. Outposts could help if you could go for them to basically get some kind of scouting. Or
Sure.
light cav is what kind of a little higher to this bracket elo would probably go for to get map control. Uh, Whatever you can do, but the simplest improvement that I would say for you is to just get the FC build order down, and
Yeah.
you should be good. And the unit composition. These are two
Get
things that I would probably
yeah,
say.
get the FC build order down, and also like lean into your civ. The I think the way that he played this, the Byzantines were actually at a huge advantage to respond to what Red was doing, but we didn't really get to see that response very well. And I kept clicking this because I noticed that there's 6,000 gold on Blue's side of the map that was not claimed. And really, if we had expanded our eco a little bit more and maybe just had some halberdier in the base to protect from those raids, if that had happened, I really think, like, I'm telling you, we got 5 stables here. If we had churned out 3 rounds of camels, this would have been a completely different game. The Byzantines are a very weird civ because they're so aggressively versatile that it can be a little hard to really nail down what you need to do. But ultimately, I don't think any of these are really major mistakes. They're definitely like hugely workable. Like this was absolutely a game that Blue could have won. But I really hope that it's a game that Blue learns from, because especially if you're picking Migration as a home map, migration is the definition of a balancing act. You have to be able to make sure that your home is safe and that your home is protected and your home is churning out economy, and that your landing is likewise protected, safe, and aggressive. So I really think there's a lot to learn from this game. I don't think it's a bad loss. Like both players fought like literally to the last man almost, and I think there was just some matters of execution and some timeliness that really needed to be dialed in here. But ultimately, it was a fun game, and I look forward to seeing more from this player in the tournament. But anyway, I'm Scratch. That's Dennis. This was AOE Leagues Season 9, Bracket Q. Gaz Showcase. We hope, again, sorry if this isn't you and we just spent an hour going over a game that's totally not relevant. But if it is, let us know. If it's not, let us know, just so that we can be sure, so that when future games come up, we know we're looking at the right guy. But anyway, have a good day.